Oh, big stack of Eau Rouge. Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. As you can see, I am at home this week, having a bit of downtime on my motion simulation LC series. I have actually had a couple of upgrades. I've got the new seat, a new white cowling, and I've had a complete refresh of all the software. But more on motion simulation soon, but I couldn't not bring you my midweek 180. If you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and that's it, a very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Okay, leader of the pack last week was Francois G. Congratulations, mate. Joined in the magnificent 7 by Ginger 17, Leanne Jackson, Michael Kember, Tom B, Paul Murphy and Rod M. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments will be in my magnificent 7. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was Lazar Boy Man, who was getting ready for his weekly mountain bike ride, which always ends with a trip to the pub. Me and my mates call that MT Beers, my friend. But wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week's question was about if any of you had had cars written off. I have to say I got really sad reading through all the comments. Some really, really sad tales, but I feel your pain, people. I feel your pain. This week's question, simple one. Are you planning to take your car abroad this year at any point? I am going on a road trip of a lifetime next week. So I've been making sure that the car is ready with, you know, insurance and recovery and all that kind of stuff. But are you taking your car away? If so, where? I'd love to hear your plans. F1 from the weekend. Well, actually, last week's Midweek 180, I missed a really important bit of F1 news because I filmed it too early, and that was the news that both Porsche and Audi are going to be entering Formula 1. Porsche teaming up with Red Bull and Audi with McLaren. I think there's lots more to come on those two stories, that's for sure. But the race from Miami at the weekend, really great circuit. I didn't think the race was that great, and I really struggled with the time difference, with it starting at like 8 o'clock at night for us here in the UK. I always feel like I could watch Formula 1 in the afternoon. And then the next race is in a couple of weeks' time, the Spanish Grand Prix, and I will be there. So my road trip, I'll tell you more about it next week probably. But yes, I'm basically driving down to the Spanish Grand Prix to do a driving tour through the Pyrenees, and we're going to see the Spanish Grand Prix, we're going to Po, we're going to Monaco. It's going to be amazing. More information on that later, probably next week. Now, I'm sat in my LC series. Big news from my good friends at Motion Simulation. They now have a UK showroom open. I will put the details below, but any of you that got in touch when I did the last video with an inquiry, what they're basically saying is get back in touch with the guys because they are now ready to start sort of selling and shipping and so on. So there's a contact form on their website. I'll put a link below. Get in touch, head on over to the showroom. You can test drive the whole range from the basic, just the basic seat through to the LC series I'm sat in here. They've got the TL3 Lite. They've got the, just go along and have a drive because it's really, really cool. And then this Friday's video at 6, I actually filmed it today. I'm very excited. It was a BMW 2002 race car that was raced by Jochen Mass at Goodwood members meeting, the 72nd members meeting. And it was just a stunning, stunning thing. And it's going under the hammer. Whoa! It's the latest episode of Hammer Time with my good friends at the Market by Bonhams. So the car is actually being sold next week. Tune in on Friday. It's a most magical, magical car. Quite a difficult car to film in because I was in full racing harnesses. It was very, very hot. Not the easiest of cars to get in and out of, but just a sensational, sensational thing. And then the last Monday's video was the Cupra Born. That's doing absolute gangbusters. You seem to be really enjoying that one. The one before that was the Alfa Romeo Tonale, and that's doing really, really well. I've got some really good content coming very, very soon. But make sure you tune in on Friday. But I'm going to carry on trying to drive this McLaren. I think it's an MP430. It was actually the McLaren I saw the last time I went to a Grand Prix, which was about 6 years ago in Monaco. This was the car that at the time, I guess, Jensen was racing. So very, very cool. But I hope you enjoyed that one. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. I'm going to get some practice because honestly my sim game, well, it needs a bit of work. Oh, bit slippy at the back. I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe. Now then, braking down from 8. Oh, can we get it? No, cold tyres, crash! Oh! And I rolled it. Bad times, people, bad times.